go out with a big bang. He wants to leave the ring in an impressive fashion. So what does that mean? Does it mean that we're going to see him when he fought against Tarver, which was very impressive, or are we going to see him when he fought against Pavlik, which is amazing? Are we going to see a Bernard when he fought against me? So if you take a look at all those three guys he fought, they were all skillful fighters with a lot of skill, and Bernard Hopkins was able to dissect and dismantle every single one. So I believe that we're going to see a Hopkins that is probably better than ever. Joe Smith is a guy who is going to come at him. He's strong. He's younger, obviously. But Bernard Hopkins, for some reason, always figures out a way to figure him out.
Why has he been able to last? Why has Bernard been able to last?
Why is what? I'm sorry?
Why has Bernard been able to last?
Oh, well, he takes care of himself. He's an athlete. He's a true athlete. He's a person who literally eats, sleeps, boxing. He and breathes boxing. It's all about a lifestyle for him. You know, even when he's not training, when he's not fighting, he's constantly looking out for his well-being, inside and out. So he eats well. He doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He's I think the epitome of what any athlete should be.
What do you see his role in moving
Yeah, no, I see him. That he constantly calls us up and has fighters from the East Coast, and so there's a few we're developing. But when he retires, I expect the Hopkins to be, in the everyday business. Wanting to know what's going on, help us develop a new boxing series for the East Coast. So we have some exciting news shortly that we're going to be announcing the week of the fight. So that's going to benefit East Coast boxing, just national in general, national boxing in general. So it's pretty exciting, and it's going to involve Hopkins.
What's the age for a guy that's 51 years old to want to come back into boxing? Clearly, as you mentioned before, Hopkins doesn't really have much to prove. He's a storied fighter. Why now?
Well, I mean, if he can, and his body allows him to, why not? It's not like if anybody's hurting him. I mean, he fought Kovalov, and I think he did much better than Andre Ward did against Kovalov, and he's 51 years old. I think it just proves to everyone that I think age doesn't matter as long as you do the right thing, meaning eat right and take care of yourself and always stay active. Bernard Hopkins, when he retires from boxing, is going to leave a long-lasting impression on the youth, on middle-aged men, or whatever it is. He's just going to leave that impression that, look, I mean, you can do whatever you want, literally. Accomplish whatever you want, whether it's in sports, whether it's anything.
So no identity crisis here, really. You just see this as a guy that's 51 years old.
I just see him. I see him as a guy who is 51 years old, still doing this because he can, because he takes care of himself. So I mean, he is a role model to a lot of people.
What's the secret with your relationship with him being so good? When you guys first got into the business with you guys, I thought, whatever it is, right. You guys.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember people saying, "Oh, well, that relationship's not gonna last. We'll give him maybe 5-6 months." And this is actually the longest relationship I've had with anybody in boxing. So it goes to show you who Bernard Hopkins is. Bernard Hopkins is a guy. I mean, you know him. He's a stand-up guy, straight shooter. Calls it the way it is. Doesn't BS around. And that's why we've been able to last this long, because that's what Golden Boy is all about as well. I mean,
he's not a pain?
We're straight shooters.
He's not a pain?
No. I'm sorry. Well, obviously the youth is a big one. You never know at 51 years old what kind of fighter we're going to see with Bernard Hopkins. on December 17th. So I know Hopkins is not a fighter who is gonna turn old overnight. You know, there's this little saying in boxing, you know, you can just turn old overnight. I don't think that's going to happen to Hopkins. I believe Hopkins is going to be more than ready for this fight. And but Joe Smith, look, he's a young guy. And you never know what he's going to bring to the table. I mean, he can go in there and just not let Bernard Hopkins breathe for every single second of every round. So that's the only maybe problem that I can see Bernard Hopkins having. But I'm pretty sure Hopkins has what it takes.
Bernard feels comfortable in a fight like this with a guy with a big right hand. It looks a lot like it's going to look a lot like the past fight. Hopefully for Bernard.
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think this can be Pavlik all over again with a little older Bernard Hopkins.
That was 8 years ago.
That was 8 years ago. So he was still 43 years old. So I think he's gotten better. So yeah. So I think it can be a Pavlik all over again. So we'll see. And that was a fun fight.
This is his final fight. How should he be remembered?
I believe this is going to be his last fight. I believe him. I really believe that Hopkins will have his last fight, and we're calling it the final one. So we actually had him sign a contract. It states in the contract, I promise this is my last fight.